In programming, we can use what are known as variables to perform different actions. So, as you can see, there is a video that goes over the 4 types of variables briefly. In JavaScript, it is unique that the program detects automatically what kind of variables it wants to use. So, for example, integers, which are whole numbers, don't need to be called integers specifically. They can all just fall under the context of var, variable. So, here's an example where just say variable x equals 4. Notice how when I'm done typing it after the x equals 4, I use a semicolon. That ends the statement. Some people say JavaScript doesn't need semicolons. I have found that more often than not, it works better if there are colons. And variable y equals 3. So we can say variable z equals x plus y. So that's doing a real simple calculation that right now won't necessarily show up on the page. We'll show you how to make it show up next. So variable types, there are 4 main types we're going to focus on. Whole numbers here, which you see, these are called integers. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Whole numbers are integers. Numbers with decimals are called doubles. So for example, 4.9 would be a double. Or another example of a double would then be 4.0 because it still has the decimal place. We also have what are called strings, which are letters and words. So literal statements. And again, with a string, you just declare it. Actually, I'll do it below. That might make a little more sense, huh? It'd be var name equals David, Dave, whatever. Notice how I put literal quotations around it. That is so the text works properly. And finally, booleans, which are simply true, false statements. So, very right equals false. Going back to strings a second, I just want to point out, if we did not put the quotations around it, you see how the variable names are in black? That's what would happen, and it would be looking literally for a variable named Dave, which would be a great name for a variable, but not what we're looking for. So in short, those are the 4 different variable types we can work with. In JavaScript, it's simple because it's always variable whatever we want.